so many people like feel really interesting about that because the way they give the essays to the director is same as completely the same as the kind of characteristic of the character they play in the movie.
I know the reason why, because like the reason that the director told them to write an essay like that is because the director wanted to know more about their personality and how they view certain stuff, so that it'll be better and easier in the making process of the movie.
Yeah, and also another fun fact, like, do you remember the twin, the Weasley twins? So in reality, in real life, they are also twins. So at first, I just like when I watch the movie, so I just think that that is like a person who play two role, because I also watch many movie where you have twin in there. So it would be like a kind of actor or maybe actress. He acts two role, but no. When like I see the name, like the list of name of all the actor and actress in there, so I realized that they are twins in real life. And during their filming direction, in their filming process, so the twins sometimes like they exchange the kind of role, they play the other character, and no one recognized that. However, at the end, the director feels something is not right. He feels something wrong. So after all, he realized that like they exchange their character all the time. So the director forced them like to act again all those scenes.
Yeah, this is true. And besides, like when they actually have a casting announcement, then they actually cast for twins in the first place. So it does make sense. And I think like if one person, yes, there are situations when one person act for two people, but it's kind of like hard work. They constantly have to change and change their mood. For example, if they already have the mood in this person, and then suddenly they have to change, so it's kind of like an inconvenience.
Yes, but I really admire and like have a really high mm, recognition for those people who can one person but act two role of twins, because sometimes if a twins like they are, for example, the Weasley, so I feel that in the movie their personality is still like a little bit the same about their funniness and so many other things, also their characteristic. But in many movies, I remember that when I was small, so mom watched a kind of Korean movies, and in there they are so twin, which is like one actress to act those two roles. So in there, like the twins have completely different life as they were separated when they were born, and no one know that they were twins. They live completely different life, and also, of course, the characteristic is also completely different. And I really like. Really like her because although she have to act two role in the movies, and the two role have completely different like characteristic, but she still act that she still like express the character really good, and
Mm-hmm.
it make me feel that there are two different person who act the two different roles.
Yeah, acting is something really hard that most people cannot do, and that includes me. I can't really act, actually. I'm pretty bad at acting. But like when I was little, I used to dream of being an actress myself. But I changed my
So finish about talking about the movie. So do you have any kind of other news, or maybe kind of new topic you want to share with me?
Well, yeah, there's this really controversial news. I think you already know what it is.
About
And they
Trump?
found out about like some really cool facts about the shooter. I don't actually remember his name. I think Thomas something. And like they actually interviewed some of his friends, and his friends' answers are like he's really nice, he's smart, he's quiet, and he's normal. Like he does not really show any kinds of abnormal like strangeness in him, and he's a totally normal person. And out of all the people, they would have never thought that he would actually be the shooter. So like he's actually pretty smart himself.
Yes. And yesterday, like mom was also reading kind of article for me. Some kind of mathematician. They also calculate the kind of the angle between the guns, and also between Trump and many other kind of calculation, which I cannot remember clearly. And they made a kind of conclusion that Trump can be survived after that shooting. just because of his luck.
Mm-hmm.
Because many people, like after that kind of shooting, so many people have a theory, have kind of hypothesis that this is all made up. Like Trump made up all of this. So there's some kind of mathematician. They like have some calculation to make a conclusion that there's no kind of made up there. It's just like accidentally
I
that
don't
Trump
think
can survive.
anyone would want to make up this to gain popularity because there's so many things that could go wrong in the shooting process. Maybe like, okay, even if it's made up, then what if the shooter actually shoot Trump in a part that will cause his death? That's really risky, and I don't think anyone would want to be dead to gain popularity among the people and among the citizens. That's a very odd thing to do.
Yes, I also think like that.